Hey guys, Mike here from Jeeps on the Run, and today we're talking about the B9a Recall. If you're not familiar with what that is, this is the recall where they're telling us that the batteries have a small chance of catching fire and we're not supposed to be charging our 4xEs, or at least the affected 4xEs. If you're unsure, always call your dealer. You can check out online. You can see if your Jeep falls under this recall. But the good news is, as of yesterday, there is a fix for this recall. So few things we should know. I'm going to talk a little bit about what the fix is and some things you should know about preparation for bringing your Jeep into the dealership. And then we're going to take a field trip to Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're going to talk to one of the techs, and he's going to tell us some more details in depth about the recall. So what is the fix for the recall? Basically what it is it's a series of tests to check the integrity of the battery. They're going to put the battery through a series of different procedures, and they're going to check the actual integrity of the battery. If the battery checks out good, then what they're going to do is they're going to check all of your ID, ECM, all of your components that control the hybrid system. They're going to make sure they have all the updated and latest software. You might have gotten that at a previous oil change or a last flash or whatever, a last update. You might not have. So they're going to make sure you have all the updated software. The battery checks out good and you have updated software, you are good to go. Regardless if your battery is good or bad, they're going to still check that software. If the battery checks out bad, then basically you are going to get yourself a new hybrid high voltage battery. Here's a few things you should know before you bring your Jeep to your Jeep dealership. For one, I highly suggest bringing it to Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They have a team of dedicated technicians specifically for hybrid and 4xE. They know what they're doing. So many of these dealerships you'll read online have no clue about these recalls and are not up to speed. If this recall is not done properly, it can cause major damage to your Jeep and then really opening a can of worms for some multiple headaches for you coming down the road. So I highly recommend bringing it to Jeep, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Fox Lake. When it comes time to bring your Jeep in, keep in mind the recall actual procedure, which I'm going to post at the end of this video. And the only reason I'm posting it is because it's already leaked online. You didn't see it here first. And I don't know it's necessarily designed for external use, but it's already leaked, so I'm going to post it. The full procedure is 60 pages long, but that does also include the full procedure for actually removing the battery. I'm not posting all that because no one at home is removing your own battery, but it will show you what they're going to do as far as the actual procedure goes to test that battery and do the updates. Having said all that, what you need to know is they've been telling us not to charge our battery, which is fine. Whether you've been charging or not, or charging outside, or whatever procedure you've been doing, that's up to you. But what you should know is the procedure does say it takes about a half hour to do these tests. Keep in mind that's probably a half hour of maybe time that Stellantis pays the tech. The reality is this procedure is going to take multiple hours. The battery has to go through multiple sleep cycles and different things before the test is complete. So I wouldn't plan on just dropping off and waiting for your Jeep. The other thing to keep in mind is in order for the test to actually take place, your high voltage battery has to be at 90% or greater. For most of us, we probably couldn't even make it to the dealership unless you drove on eSave and keep it at 90%. The other thing is it's kind of counterintuitive because they're telling us not to charge. So I guess what I'm getting at is the dealership is going to charge or have to charge your battery at a level 2 charge in order to test this battery. So even that in itself, if you have a dead battery, you're looking at 2 to 2.5 hours before they can even begin the test. So I'm just trying to paint a picture of how long this is going to take. This is not something you're likely just going to sit in the waiting room for. The other thing is it does flat out say in the procedure that it should minimally impact the customer inconvenience wise. So Jeep is obviously telling their dealerships to put their customers in loaner cars. But be realistic with your dealership. Some dealerships have no loaner cars. That's a whole different story. But schedule that appointment so you can be fair to them so they can make sure they have a loaner car available for you if that's an option. I know Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram does have a fleet of loaner cars, but like any other dealership, they would greatly appreciate you making an appointment, and I think it's going to cause a lot of ease on both sides if you're looking for that loaner car.
My name is TJ Stay. I'm a technician here at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram to bring you an update on the B9a Recall on the Wrangler 4xE. So we got an updated recall today, and I wanted to go over that procedure with you guys. So the first step you should take is to give your dealership a call and ask if your vehicle is on that recall list. Any service advisor or BDC will be able to help you with that. When you do get your vehicle in here for service, the first thing we're going to do for this B9a recall is check the integrity of your high voltage battery to ensure that it's functioning properly and safely. If we do find that high voltage battery to be good, we're going to perform a battery pack control module update so the battery pack control module can monitor the battery for the faults that are causing this problem. If we do find a fault in your high voltage battery while performing that integrity test, we are going to replace that battery for you free of charge under the recall. So without going into much detail on the recall, we're going to update the module and check your battery integrity. And if we do find that bad battery, your service advisor will probably come and see you and reschedule for that battery, because it is a lengthy procedure to get that battery in and out. And you're probably looking at around 5 hours to get that in and out once we receive our battery in stock and get you back in the shop. We here at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram are fully committed to bringing EVs into the world with our great service team who's committed to learning how to repair and maintain your high voltage batteries and vehicles. And we have a great team here ready, such as myself here as our apprentice hybrid technician, to get you guys on the road from all over the world, whether it be with Jeeps on the run or you're on a trip from California. Come to Ray Service here to get yourself perfect hybrid service every time.
Thanks, TJ, for the great explanation. I know we've all been waiting for this update for a little while. So again, you can click the link above where we talk a little bit about recalls, and we talk about hey, Jeep is not immune, neither is Honda and Toyota and General Motors. No one's immune from recalls. I'm not going to get into that. You already know my thoughts on recalls with vehicles. So thanks for watching. Please follow along, give us a like and subscribe. We've got some great Jeep news coming up later this week. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. Jeep's got some interesting things coming down the line, and we've got some great stuff to talk about. So watch later this week for our update on the Jeep news. So comment below and let us know what your thoughts are on this 4xe recall. We'll see you on the next video.